Mene Madam Sarah Danquah, a senior nursing officer, Greater Accra Regional Hospital, or a member for Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, GRNMA. And this is a rapper. Bibia Boko.
Yeah, we and they are what they Bibia run a Junsu toy. Obadi or the man come at their chain and no pay riabo, Emma menum co numaso. Into your way, yet me a bedru high, Yahoye, Radiadum.
Yama memo call a gasso or more quiet, a juma or moko deeper, but modia moon deeper, monco.
Yeah. Papa, a drew maybe a yan as I say, Sebi, Manoda in Semakasi so, me fa and Bunia Didier. Emma the overlord of the Galand Gamanche. Na minko kanko bukum gamashi. Na minko chame hene ni chokome akrama. Na min sanchame queen mother. Manye na chuchu yehuwa kwe wan. Na min kanse obuoni eni diem nananom. Bebi edru ni die. Asasi ya akra bakra na. As I say, because Sebi, Mano Danioma so. Se empono, so person kona na ho na ko sebi be free na ho mpo a udruwa esa we amamre. They say sika kra ntimi nya amamre. Na chese eni bere ba meka sa mesu efri se enye nkomo na ye bedi no emu edu. Wo de ebia wo behu ni se de amempay fo e wo GRNMA ka no. Ebia wo de obetimi atena TV so aka ne bia keke na eja amamre kwan so no empo se bema tofom ana bema ohene kwekura ana ye nananom bi tofom a tetemre mu no nanka nkwala men emu no enei nkwala 19 20 21 ne ye nese ye nananom wo ward no omuko a ya san dware omu asiesi omu ebi mpo ni omu da ho a kopemsa anopa mo chireman be ba be fa bodi no enti ne enuoma ewurewura ye enti ani bre no sebi ye nananom kan ye ho ahonhom bebre kan ye ho ye ne won kasa ye ne otwedi ampo akasa se ekwa asori kura enti mi sika wo papa wo fie so ye mfasisa pan ma dia na mesrew monka ye ho na momwaye sene o mampanyi Kwame Mahama eba so o ka se reset agenda no na o ka bibi na mu no ya bibia mo politicize ne nti no ya na munim odi nsem ekọ nananom ho akoka nsem akirem sese titi wobi ka titi wobi kire nursefo ene midwifefo ya kan anu atuma che enei si empayfo anye de won ye ya nka what time bomb busu bia ka ye ma ti amamre so eso no nka ye so ye nkwa adwuma no enko nurse ye nananom me oldest patient 109 oda so ti ase sebi me na nankasa me ma me na papa o ko ne nkrechi no 105 what is it national chief imam wadi say sebi what is it e papa apostle ko Joseph wadi say ye papa Kofi Kufuor wadi say mesremu titi obi kire nei nema form pe bibie hu pe bibie sua mesremu unyina nchen na asem na ye ka no enye mofra asem ye ka eye ni bresem
o patient oldest patient 109 we yemu nhihyo Debbie sebi I didn't know we yemu nhihyo
me started nursing no me call nursing school na me 2004 na my first year and 21 years in here first year and a first strike I made many hu ye na ye president Kufuor haban so na my first year that time no a nurse for obufu ba Asunyane Regional Hospital na me wo ma me nchia me papa Reverend Joseph Danquah papa Assemblies of God so me ma me Assemblies of God so omo Asunyane Liberty Center Assemblies of God na emu ho no me papa kan bibi not you the one me see a connected daughter if you do no back no na wote mase a wate ase se mani abere pa yi e bia me she blue ni nto nte papa me ko nursing school na me mpese me nurse da because of the nay air cost you. Ye nurse for and baby being come man nurse for tino. So what call your nurse na? A yaw so the bay nurse. Na me papa Osofo Danquah pushi me ama me kwaye nurse ni. Wa woni me ye pa no ye vocal social media pa. E mere bi atwem na mpese me doctor. Sebi mitika pa into wana woni me no woni me omunim se mitika me monye. Osofo Danquah mama nko medical school. Na seja Bible say so de obu ni die ma papa na de obu ni die ma o maame a nkwa be ware wa asase so me nkwa ware nye sika wo sika nya ade a mehwehwe wo sika nya ade a meperehwehwe wo nti se na nanka sitie 21 years ago no se sa na nanka tie ni ya nka me ni problem wo na nso papa ma wo makowo ye no e me se ma wo me nananom enne ni mo mu bisa na ni soso Mikobisa ne boa ne me salary ye pe o. Na me da ta ma o. Inti na chese ne o ma asesa papa. Inti sa time no me hu strike no. Mo chirman kra dum ni fridge. Wona woni me asema me kan e wo sunyane no. Wo beka mo chirman dum ni fridge. Inti wo fire ni breso. Sa time no na mo chirman no e hye nurse fo ase. Inti nurse fo ko striker na mo chirfo ko. Inti no wona no nim abakosem ne ahunhum nsem no hu se wu no mpo no ye ma wo nto de ayen ko kasa nkyere mu da won samra back papa ni mo ka kire 2004 no be si ne 2004 21 years say be nti no me de me bo me pay for achi wo Facebook oko he me social media page a me Facebook page name no ye Sarah na ye boa me kunu na radio adom on me bank na mamu ha no ye friend na ye boa Danquah no ye papa din a me de call nursing me bon wa chi sesenka e ba ye na start ye and ye team communication team to say politicians what communication team nke name ka nurse for ye no mu bi no Quebec ma ye hu reality on the ground papa and your master.
Okay, my young movie into the realities.
Yes.
Ye hu say there is a document nyoma bebre ewom ye ne opening tinkran kasa wa me nyanti ase se nyoma ewom nyina ye nyina ena nurses for pre ye itemize nyoma nurse ni pre ye nkosa nyoma no mu e de hia ne hia pa ntia se monsanka mo salary ba sa nyoma monsanka da monko
yo papa me da se na me sika no nurse ne midwife fo asem no ye mfa ba ku nya ba ku enti sa nkomoi sebi enyado papa me de obo ni die ma wakonya kesi se nkomo no se be pepre ye ho a mintimi nto aso because esese me start free ni ti na me to me budwudwe ma be si bebe ye duri ye starting free how a nurse for ye fine ye starting free school.
Okay.
School no se gugum ye when road nurse for Bejuma ne say we make abono me abono ni nti make abono Bejuma ne say bewura hospital hwa a nurse for painful wo hwe nuro se ne ya ebesi akeka ye ho abom no bebe dware patients for nyina bebe feedi be obetimi no what na se abonkomo o patients ni bi wo hwa enye sika ne aduro na de won ba hospital o ne masikafo etutu kwan ko US ni UK eja na to dem wa lock na to into what the wa beto hospital say a nurse for ne won monkomo enhwe won so ma won na sebi enya ado ade na sesa metiti obi ne toilet obi ni moja abra wo mume e ho asem na me kan sese yo enti sukuu ni de ho kire men wo sukuu no so wa ma na nkyira ntiase na se bio me say me ko sukuu se me ko kire sukuu fo adia dia me pen na me kire sukuu fo no so nim sa me pa metimi a kire won just the book no abro ni dia basa me kire nurse fo no Africa nursing is different from UK nursing.
Yeah.
Ghana nursing is different from
orientation,
South
culture,
Africa nursing
is different.
Yes. Sebi ma mean sorry na me chiana na otumfo asantiwura samre ya ne ye na bresie bretu opiesie di ehye fom se wu amamre se wu amane adenti ene anya ne se normal funeral papa de ye kire nkwala no asesa because se woman me 5 cedis me kire 5 cedis ade Na so woman me 50 cedis I make 50 cedis a dey papa. Say me organization be a matia no. Me here national dialogue. And I'm a frefra nurse for different rank. E be so almost say. Say man for ne complain you. Say there sebi my year or mine him and say me come for na me tie nsam ne free nurse for no say DNA happen a school for na ko nursing school no was say the yetche won school mo no wo baffled that and yeah no na happen into what per se yes sister the yetche won school no
that's the curriculum
yes me modin but ani pa no your rotation nurse or ye juma wager akawe papa a school for nkwala no wo mani abie Oma who say the broni say yanchira nurse for no asese enti a nurse for bi no kwakosua courses bi to say palliative care what you say say doctor cast me da aseminia we mpo de me ne wa me ko de ja some chire for mama ye kwan be na chire palliative care ye course bi a emu edu yie doctor say wo kwa akowu no nurse bi akwa course say ne be obeboa wo boko ama wa ko nkrechi ene ne it's me your friend be saying your friend be family conference your friend be end of life support end of life unless for mo kokو eduro end of life na nipa na oda ho no ye hwan wonim no e na wo ko soso ni mu ama na ko end of life ye num bi wo ho a patient bi wo ho kro mo kwa ni mo mpesa mo de che bi kra e bi cha che ba yie e pa cha ot de make na say enti pa pay de ye kire wo school no a school for nkwala no Omua na tro letter aba say the year tro won school no oba fielder and yes I net say dia na just say empanfo e oda union ya no e make sure say the one no so sua dada no e so mo san sua bi kan hunti no yesrem wo nioma kakra be mo research ni omo nioma bi no etimi akọ anim akọ sometimes omo tu ka akọ ahemfie ekusua mamre ansa because we patient na wo akọ handle no say yes Nancy, ya ne paying for binum share yes in there bio. Mummy and Kofra him for no more hospital no more bomb payo because no my cost yen see. And yet then or babe one and mammy and no a bomb. And you will send us in when ye won't. Now what dream the other side of it and Papa, Miss Sro. Baby I no. And come away Macau, be them a catch them in paying for. Say Obia be called the media mean cool because me them co hospital and human me who mean to me. Be now because I'm a patient, my body now the make psychiatry and untino. Mommy and solving ye. Mommy and corner nanom ho, nanom for manuntum. A soft phone paying for nuntum. National chief imam fan nuntum. Near Sinconyani ye. Now Ebia near Trego paper so say keke some beti as you. Now the deep of the matter no. Because you go school cry a boy are not and quality to a boy are not. Yes, my young who ram and you say men yes say men cookas. The see 3 days ago me type we on Facebook me paying my me the eto form. Nurse for nanky and yes sir. Now so papa the drone day. I see a chim. No who say me wouldn't say. And ye ni who namni moja the Bible say ye ni who namni moja ne yantino. Who sabi mame some so me te hospital a me hwe honama all con encourage no me so me bre nti some buy no ma me ka se sebi ma me despite dan bi wo East Legon ma ka se sebi fa me ko abrochire every month na ma me entertainment allowance na me se me sre wo me setre mu nye o baby be free be adwuma kwan wa o me nika o me ba hakra manya ka ma o Papa won't say me soon. Now, Miss Srow says, Bibi cry at Trato. Ye who be mammy, I will be dim at them. Say a nurse of one cosukunti. Papa, Mamma near Temu. Now, you do my corners in school. You me.
Live on Onua 95.1 FM, we are looking at a year. The nurses almost strike on Maakye, and then the life in the Minhudia Menkakra. Yes, the ordinary nurse no the life not the same. Or can you more muhu? I mean the sense that they go through perhaps as young we don't really appreciate it. But what I will say is that we do appreciate what you do. And so we they are different. 95.1. And so the appreciation might come in different forms. But some of us and most of Ghanaians do appreciate what the nurses do. But there is an issue. Asame daho. Nobody can say their nurses for a demand and fair. Because any fair and government and signing and agreeing to.
Yeah. So
government has agreed.
Yeah.
Then now the bone of contention has to do with implementation.
Yeah.
Before I call implementation, because even engagement on, I still want to know more. Apart from the working minimum, so experience baby.
Yeah.
Because normally, and then baby post you on more but those days no, you call villages near the end.
Onua FM.
How is life? I mean, life in those areas for next netizen areas.
As someone working, into me after Central University in 2017, I got very interested in research. A lot interested, and my research, was not academic.
Okay.
Mine was, me call GIG kakra, ekosia PR, advertising and marketing. And at the time, no me war Ridge Hospital emergency. And me who say, me colleagues are they were burning out like it was not funny. So me sebi me kai bi mu yawo, but there were times that some of our colleagues had breast cancer. Obi o duty ni a friend send papa ka baby e was santime. It was torturing us. Now there na me kura kasa papa so na kwaso no yare na me tenkran show bi die na me papa nso sunyane. It was too bad. And me a doctor for paying or her emergency, so Dr. Watson any pay for binom ekaya home said then he beats me a cry. And that was what my research idea started coming in. Then he beats me a year for yourself. And this time wasn't for just nurses and midwives, but was for the entire emergency team. Then he beats me a year cry me niaje. Na ya you woke from pony a burnout. Now your work crass your internet. You would cry there. Now we have a lot of skills on the internet. You could go, you could browse and have fun. Yes, exactly. Some of us were so depressed, so tired. BPs were escalating. Like as we speak now, we have a nurse who had just died of kidney failure. We could not transplant. She died.
Onua FM.
And the father, who was a very sick Muslim man, had to bury the bar where we went to manage the first salary. See, I can't imagine my colleagues in the village. And see, one the infant say, my colleague Krana Sebi, some of us can push for you to come to these state-of-the-art hospitals. What about those social media? You see them, they are walking through dirty galamsey water to go and dispense healthcare. Now let's forget about that scenario. Now infants wako collapse when some of us, our kids are so tiny. Say, into so came. I remember this incident. Now superintendent Ian, now Trata so now I caught 2 villages ahead of her. Now I caught logistics to come and work in her village. See, my dear brother, I have seen one of our nurses died in the northern region with cancer of the liver, and I'm still in touch with the wife. Nemano nabako 2 years, nabako 1.5. As at now, I'm not saying I'm better, but she writes to our NGO and we try and do what we could do for her. But can you imagine what these people are going through? What is the source of entertainment in a village where there is no internet? What is the relief? What is the who brought
life? Again, sustaining the life.
Some of them there is no electricity. Some of them, but could be so before
95.1.
Yeah, they call Upper West, like far away. But the husband is here. Their bill, they couldn't so on your log. How is she maintaining her marriage in her attempt to give to humanity? I'm a pastor's daughter. The old swing me no. I know the implications of what these are, but I serve a God who also bent Sodom and Gomorrah when he was angry. So please, don't try and say, I'm sorry, but some people say they are not on strike. Into that group, they can take care of those people. But for some of us who have nursed patients with colleagues, who have lost their husbands, who have lost their wives, who have lost their parents, who themselves were a patient and have died.
Onua FM
No,
95.1.
we've seen it all. I have seen it all. Currently, we have retired nurses who come to the hospital and join queues with the same patient. No system, no stratified system to take care of retired health workers and to think about retired nurses and midwives. I mean, what? Me buy area. Me and me Tommy Nyama. By the grace of God, some facilities will refund some percentage to you. What about those facilities that cannot? Let's talk about the peripheral hospitals. When you accident, oh, that is the reality. Just say, when you want to say, we improve healthcare. Number one. And we're pushing our kosher village be number two. And we're far away from the family number three. Not just what say, nursing, one person say, Mama say, one co school no now be nursing. What say more like you want to us to like your
95.1
mental states in Ankasan, you degrade. And I can say, no man, you now or Makikano. The truth of the matter is that, and you're in a bobia ho, me patcho, and yet me lecture. Me lecture and book of the one mame ho. Sebi nyado sebi ebru ma no de sumina so me bibi enwi na mabeji funeral allowance na de ni papa wu yeswe na de ni kuna wu e na de onu ankasa so wu ani kunu su se na me yiri be adwuma na nsuo fa no bi e akwala bi a June 4 bi nsuo fa ni 10 years ago ya na oba night duty ye then ye ma ne papa what about this girl onya kidney failure no what duty what I say into almost way papa bi a what nurse ne ba ne only child. Now we woo in the line of duty. And for pania war one crofo, or be no kutani HIV no their bear will be soon HIV. Me one nurse be a mobile good them, a be musun to me who are the Amos way. Me can't so be in your video, but me that may come and talk quite to me kumobi. But what I say, and that's why I keep telling my colleagues that when it comes to the communication of this unionized stuff, I am going to speak for me. The reality of the day-to-day happenings in the ordinary Ghanaian nurse and midwife. And I don't speak for the union because I'm not an executive of the union. But I know that the union is speaking for us because they have had engagements with us.
Okay. Medikeaka said, so there is an agreement.
Yeah.
What is left is the implementation.
Yeah.
Abain say, Marco strike. Why are you not going?
Well, first of all, let's debunk all these. Now let's start from the reality on the ground. There is an International Council of Nurses Conference happening in Finland. Our president, Mrs. Perpetual, she's there.
No, I know
and anytime they call her, she's there.
You go because this conversation. You have a series, opinion,
exactly. Yes,
that and yes, almost your mumba. So that one has been dealt with. But what I'm saying is that you are on strike. Government, ajatu, and also Mumbrana yendin komo.
Mumbrana is which people?
The
executives?
No, the say a group. Ghana registered nurses and midwives association.
But we have a representation. And so they have to meet government. If they want to see us, all 120,000.
Not all of you.
So how many people?
Or see the executives.
Yes.
Mumbra.
Yes.
Yeah. How difficult is it? Because my understanding is that you are not going for that conversation because Ernest Smith Graham, Akasa say, send Mpenifo Ghanaians should trust him within 3 days of solving issue.
Yeah, but he's saying that because our president is not in Ghana. See, you see, there in nursing, okay, let me take my time and school the general public in what we are taught in school. See, there's bureaucracy in nursing. So when we say about belts, please, it's the same thing that happens in the military. When I go to school, I'm told that there is bureaucracy in nursing.
Yes.
So, for example, I work. Our head In my local hospital, it's called the head of nursing and midwifery. In case there is any problem at Rage Hospital, I have no audacity to speak until the head of nursing speak. I can only speak when the head of nursing says, Sarah, speak. And this is a unionized issue. This is not like Rage Hospital nurses no say onko and Kolebu nurses no say onko. This is GRNMA. Now listen, this is almost like an entire force of government.
Agreed.
What does it mean? Some president in here, not vice in here. There are still executives that have to meet. But at the end of the day, we know that Miss Perpetual is not in Ghana. And if there are other people they can speak to, say they will say, I follow TV3 up to date because of the breaking and all the things that come with it. I keep they be a friend now or Finland so or Zoom. Say I think technology has made it very easy. They can probably speak to Miss Pep, but you see, the stance remains the same, and that's where we have raised say implementation of COS. Let's see, you want to say Miss Pep to CLC wa call a my ho. Now I send the announcement to say Yambo Chinamonkwejuma can tell you that the junior nurses won't show up. Yabeka wako jiskedi. Yabeka wako jeka. Papa, yetin cry haya we hun your man so na me say nye menie hun manun to minka. Because sending for no organization also bounded by rules and regulations. No, sa rules ne bina minim. Papa, and nay, it is not about NDC and PP. Nintini say nay no Mr. Naibwa. A lot of people know which party I belong to, but I will tell you me party. Because a bad me name and call for a word GRNMA or winning party I may belong to. But when it comes to issue of this nature, me back to a career they also be NS. Me so me why do you want to be an me cancer doctor said that?
Why don't you want her to be?
I don't want her to be a nurse. No. Mpacho.
Maakye, it's not rosy everywhere.
Masati profiling despite nomne cheddar nom omo koyebi. Onkoton cassettes later. Papacho maniabre. Papa, a jumana ye save life no. Oh, what's a one now? Oh, yes, I did now. Ya to domuno. Nobody knows what goes on behind in it. Sometimes we could try to be crowd theater. Wouldn't be a cause of Papa, what could theater piano? Wouldn't you go through? Now what me bana ma won come na me baby be dino me so nko NS dey because we dey me ankasa 21 years ma go through nti me pa chop papa ejuma no say NS anti perpetual sorry no say nko ejuma kra ye nko junior nurses no say ye hu bibi say ye hu bibi say ye hu bibi say ye TBB because at the end of the day the issue on the ground it's not about implementation of course or not. Me sa na ye boy. Me sa brofo mo kanukra men kan po na mate ase. But what I say, with the junior nurses, it's not the English that they have made there.
And bottom like monko
they be men kasi enko. Me say nay yem paying for ba. Na so mo be kasi enko onjina GRNMA headquarters no be kan. Oh there be. Ebe trickle down to bosses. Na head of nursing afre. They say baby edruno enye ono pene bekasa nursing a union they say me ti way omo person me ko school biom into my co school no me say na me diploma nurse na me call central university you say me say ko school biom they be person ko school it's there's a lot of bottleneck bureaucracy that has been followed before go back to work will happen now go back to work nedia enye di papa ko na beka enye mo bian try say
but
gidi bekasa mo ko ejuma ye nko
nipa baako and the issue say monko strike and amode koi.
Yeah.
So are you saying you disrespecting penny for issue salad and some kase yeni abanya kwa kasa. Aban say said ye ni kasa na there was an agreement ye sign ye no. Ya sign your kasa.
Yeah.
Almost say implementation yes say. We've seen reason in it. What's a monko?
The decentralization of the GRNMA leadership tells me that one person will not tell us to go back to work. There is a decentralized governance in GRNMA. Me no, me say me share collect cloth GRNMA ase.
Into just almost
me boss
FM,
here Jefferson. My
95.1.
next boss here Ligby Abdul. Into omo no your page, your page. Into to say anope bia or be update here. And name minimum set 10 o'clock or more parliament. Akoshia select committee on health.
yeah.
What I say, I'm so up to making me man cry mommy why me say I am listening because I need to be sure that this is not one person who has probably been coerced to move us to go back to work. No, it won't happen.
And Sarah, Yandawasi.
That's perfect.
Sarah Danquah in common. She said a lot. Who the almost fame and then all of it, it will take only almost immediate or direct bosses, no more Juma. Well, what will happen after the Somoko Equisia Parliament Select Committee?